Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up. In a menudo style and direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. Thank you. I'm very appreciative. So, no Diddy, right? Let's talk about P Diddy for a minute here. Now, we know he's done. He's done. That man had a bottle of baby oil for every bump on Meek Mill's ass. It was all bad, right? They opened up the indictment. They unsealed the indictment. We got to see, if you pay attention to what exactly that misfit was doing, right? And he was a straight creep. Straight up. Now I creep. Yeah. Shout out to TLC. Fuck what Diddy's going through. Let me tell you this. Yes, I know he is innocent till proven guilty. But did he look innocent on that Cassie tape? I'm just going to say, man, no, the innocent victims here are all the people victimized by this guy's shenanigans and this guy's twisted mentality. So this guy's going to court and he already got denied bail. And there's a whole bunch of people crying out there. Well, he's not a flight risk. He's not a flight. This man owns a private plane. This man has $1 billion. This man was already getting ready to get somewhere, right? Obviously, what people know and what the indictment says are two different things. Okay? Like I said a long time ago, when the feds came knocking at his door the first time, they were just wrapping shit up. It took 9 hours for them to take all that baby oil and put it in the back of a truck because it was pretty slippery. But then P. Diddy knows all about that, right? These $100 million lawsuits, these lawsuits by Cassie, several victims springing up out of the bushes, talking about what he did to them while he drugged them and they were asleep. Now, I don't know if that's truth or not, but the abuse allegations are real and they can get you some real time. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't think Diddy's coming home no more. Okay? He's denied bail. It's a wrap. It's over. He's going to sit there the duration. He's going to fight his case. And ultimately, I believe there's going to be a lot of people that have their eye. There's a lot of worried people right now. This man didn't just do this alone. Okay, this man had accomplices. That's a fact. And all these different allegations, man, of the Tupac case intertwining with this P. Diddy case, the Biggie murder, all these different things are going to come to light in this court case. And everything is going to just shed a bad light on P. Diddy. He's washed up. It's a wrap. So we all know the term no Diddy. Nowadays, you can't do anything without a no Diddy behind it. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm about to wash the dishes. Yeah, I'm going to go wash them over here. Yeah, from the back, no Diddy, right? Everything is no Diddy. And that has become kind of like the national meme that everyone's saying, right? And it's a joke, but it's not a joke because this is not a laughing matter. This is very serious in nature. There's seriously victims here, man, that will never have their mind right. So they'll never shine right. They'll never be able to walk around correctly or the same way they were before they went to that Diddy party. And so people make light of it and they make fun of it. But at the end of the day, this guy was a sick individual. And even doing what he did to Cassie on tape. See, that I could speak on. All these other allegations, I don't know if it's the truth or not. I mean, we'll see at court. Don't put a jacket on this man until it fits him. But the Cassie tape spoke volumes to me. It showed me the type of mentality of a man and that he raged and that he didn't really care for women like he's supposed to. He wasn't a protector. He was an affector. And he definitely did some bad things to that woman. And she alleges a lot worse. Okay, so we'll find out how that happens. But I got asked a question yesterday, so I wanted to answer the question to the best of my abilities. What's going to happen in jail? Are the brothers going to protect P. Diddy? Are the blacks going to protect him? Now, I can tell you about the California system. I can't really tell you about the federal holding or the county jail that he's in New York City. Because I know they rock differently. Now, at first, I will say this. P. Diddy is a celebrity to the next power. Okay? He's Hollywood. He's Miami. He's LA. He's New York. He's all that. Everyone knows who he is. But also, everyone knows his allegations and what he's charged with. So automatically, when he goes to the county jail, I believe he's going to be segregated from everybody and put in protective custody for his own safety and security. But not only that, for the safety and security of that place where he's at, that jail. Okay, cops are not trying to do paperwork. They're not trying to have him get slept under their watch. Now, there are going to be those that feel he's got everything coming that comes to him. And there's going to be a time where he has to go to medical. There is going to become a time when he has to go to chow, or he has to go places, and he might see other inmates. He might see other convicts. And there's no way for them to protect him when he's walking with these officers. Are the officers going to protect him? Well, one never knows, does one? One thing I do know for sure is you can't wiggle forever. Eventually, he's going to come in contact with somebody. Now, are they going to place him with a cellie? They might, but they'll probably give him a cellie with the same type of allegations. I mean, who has allegations like Diddy to that power, right? But they might put him with another chomo or another weirdo, a freak. And we'll see how that works out for them. Okay, we'll see if they sit in there all day and play Jenga and wait for fucking chow time. I don't know, but I know when the judge said that he wasn't getting out, I'm sure Diddy's jaw dropped. His family didn't like that. And this is perfect proof that money does not buy everything. Money does not buy everything. Might get you a good lawyer. It might get you a mansion, a yacht, an airplane. Might get you a little mamon. But what it doesn't get you at the end of the day is your freedom. Freedom, that's why freedom is so sacred. That's why the best thing for you to do is go out there and be a productive member of society. Do what the fuck you got to do. It always boggles my mind, these multimillionaires that got all this money, they act like their shit don't stink. They act like they're better than everyone else because they're a have. And they treat the have-nots like dirt. Well, now he's a have-not. People say, well, he's rich. Yeah, he's rich, but you can only buy so much commissary. There's a limit. Okay, you can have so many cases of soups and Dove fucking bars of soap and ice creams. There's a limit. So he's limited. The more money he got, the more problems he sees. Now, money shouldn't be what he's worried about. His cachetes, his cheeks, all that is what he should worry about. Because I don't believe the brothers are going to protect him. So let's just take a scenario here. Okay, he's going to wiggle through county jail under protective custody. That's a fact. They're going to place him and segregate him away from everyone because they don't want to see that smoke. They don't want no problems. You know, if something was to happen, this is a type of individual that will have his lawyer. That would give him an excuse to let him out of jail. They will say, hey, he's threatened. It's a security threat. The best thing to do is put him on an ankle monitor and sit his ass in one of his mansions. But that's not what the community or the judge wants. That's not what people want. People want him to pay for his actions. The victims want justice, okay? So they're going to give him justice. You know, the feds got a 98% percentage conviction rate, right? Meaning when they got you, they get you. When they get you, they got you. He's done. Let's cancel Christmas for the next forever. Diddy's done. Okay, you're not going to see him. And even if he was to get out, no one's going to want to endorse him. There's going to be a lot of people suing him. He's already in the midst of that. I mean, his career is washed up. No one's going to want to fuck with him. He's black sheep. He's tainted. He's blackballed from the industry. You know, he's a liability now. If your name is associated with P Diddy, you need to cut ties and run. Even if he's not convicted ultimately, there's going to be a lot of people that still don't want that smoke. He's forever going to be that meme. No Diddy. Now, are the brothers going to back him up? If he was to get convicted, which I believe he ultimately will, the evidence that I've seen, that the unsealed indictment is crazy. And he's in worse trouble than I thought, right? With all these allegations. And we're not going to get too deep into the abuse allegations. I think with that Cassie video plus several others that they took, personal home videos from his home, bottles of baby oil, laxatives and things of that nature, they got enough. You know, the glove does fit and they're probably going to convict. But at the same time, I know Meek Mill's like, I'm glad I ain't got to go over there on Saturdays no more, right? Bieber's like, hell yeah. So look, I'll tell you this. Are the brothers going to back his play? Okay, there are going to be those, not just brothers, not just blacks, right? But those that see a gold mine there. Those that say, hey, I'll protect you. Just come over here and kick it, man. You'll be all good in the hood. But ain't no one doing that. You got to understand that prison and the streets are two different things. People are saying, well, he's rich, man. He's just going to buy his back up. That was on that one movie you seen, huh? It doesn't work that way. Okay, they're going to just take his money anyways and still get up in that ass. That's what's going to happen. It's called extortion. There is no, hey, just come with us and we're going to back you because you're black. You think the blacks want that smoke? Do you think that they condone kicking it with someone like that who beats on women, who, and that's already concrete. You've seen that yourself, right? And has got all these different allegations. You know, no, because there are other groups, the whites, the Mexicans, Southsiders, Northerners, And then federal prison, you got Tejanos and people from Arizona and all these different states. Do you think that they're going to feel good about that dude walking the yard? Because you got to understand, well, the blacks were protected. Well, there's only so many blacks to protect P Diddy, right? And the way it works in prison is, hey, if nobody wants that dude on the yard, he goes. And if you don't deal with it and he don't go by your hands, then everybody goes. Okay, so it seems like, you know, when people say, well, they're going to back him up, they're going to give him the pass. Who said the brothers are going to do that? You know, I get tired of hearing every day, oh, the brothers allow people with rape charges or the brothers allow people with bad charges to walk the yard. I ain't never seen it. What I have seen is their politics are a little bit different. They're a little bit more mellow compared to Mexicans. But whose politics are worse than a Southsider or a Norteño? No one's. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Right? And because Diddy has a minor charge, I'm going to tell you right now, the brothers are not going to condone that. There are going to be some that say, hey, man, he's black. He's a brother. Right? We need to look out for our own. But when you have charges like that and you're incarcerated, you no longer cease to be black or brown or white. Your ethnicity and your culture it wants to be far away from you. You're an animal. That's what they consider you. Okay, the bottom of the barrel. So it doesn't matter where he goes. He's going to be touched on. And not in the way you think or the way he likes. Okay, that's prison for you. If you have bad charges, man, more than likely it's going to be your own people that extort you, take your shit, and fuck you off. True stories, right? I know you don't like to hear it. And I know there's going to be people in the comments, nah, he's rich though. It doesn't matter. I've met people on the yard with a lot of money. Not P Diddy money. No Diddy, right? But they got a lot of money. They got more money than we've ever had. And if they had a bad case, they go with the guy who has $2. It's just the way it is. Okay, prison is a different animal. It's a whole different world. So no, I don't see the brothers protecting him. I don't see the brothers looking out for him because he's black. You know, hey, when you get those charges, man, you can be touched. And more than likely, it's going to be by the brothers. They're going to feel some type of way. You know, so people say, one guy said, nah, bro, you don't understand. The blacks are already saying they're going to protect. Well, I ain't heard that. This man actually is innocent until proven guilty. Let's get that out the way. Okay, he's going to have a very long, drawn-out court case. Diddy's going to be in the federal holding or the county jail, wherever they have him, for several years before this case is resolved. This case is going to be sensationalized almost to the degree of O.J. Simpson. Every court is going to be telecast on all the big-time media. Everyone's going to have all these different theories of what's going to happen. But I could tell you guys right here before the shit even starts what's going to happen. The federal government's going to present their case, which, believe me, their case is iron and solid. His lawyer is going to try to basically paint Diddy as a victim, okay, and say that this is a big conspiracy, and Diddy's going to be shitting bricks. And that's what's going to happen until ultimately he is convicted and given an all-day sentence. Every day, all day. Because it has just started and there's a lot of victims and there's a lot of hurt people. And instead of focusing on how much time this man's going to do, who's going to protect him. Well, here's the thing, man. When I heard this brother, oh no, the brothers will protect him there. Protect him why? If he's innocent and he hasn't done these things, then why protect him? Okay? Most people that go into prison on a solid charge, on a good case, don't worry about protection. Yeah, they get with their people, so if something pops off, man, they're accounted for and they're presentable, but they don't need anyone to protect them. You know, they just become part of the crew where everyone gets down together. Is Diddy going to be able to walk these yards with the blacks and be looked at the same? Absolutely not, because the Mexicans in the corner, the whites over there in that corner, the Asians, the Usos, all these guys are going to be feeling some type of way. See, these are shared yards. Okay, there's not just, when I say segregated yards, they segregate by gangs, not by color. Okay, understand this. There's never been a yard in the history of California where they said if you're white, you all go to 1 yard. If you're black, you all go to 1 yard. If you're Mexican, north or south, you go to 1 yard. They segregate by gang, like the Bulldogs are segregated, not for their own safety and security, but for the safety and security of the institution. Okay, because they already know, the administration already knows that if they hit the yard, it's going to pop. This is California terms I'm speaking in, right? In other states and federal prisons, I know it's different. But it doesn't matter, man. Prison is prison, and they're not going to segregate you by color. Oh, man, we're just going to put Diddy on a yard with nothing but blacks. Now, they might put him on a yard where there's an abundance of blacks, and that's probably going to be worse for him. That's probably going to be worse for him. Because the first thing the brothers are going to see is someone with a whole lot of paper, and he's got to paper everyone out if he's even allowed to let his head hit that pillow. Now, that ain't going to happen. Them yards are going to consist of integrated yards with blacks, Mexicans, whites, and there is no way a Mexicano or a white or a Uso or an Asian or even a brother, for that matter, right, is going to want to walk the yard with someone if he's convicted on all these weird charges. It just doesn't happen. Okay? Now, don't get it twisted. There are places where pedophiles and weirdos do walk. It's a fact, right? In the federal system, I don't know. But as far as the state system, yeah, they have S&Y yards, soft yards where like Danny Masterson is chilling at. There's places, you know, where ultimately P Diddy might be able to wiggle, but P Diddy is more famous than all them guys put together. Okay? Like I said, the case is going to be sensationalized. That's all everyone's talking about. 1,000 fucking bottles of baby oil? This motherfucker had a line on Jergens cherry almond, right? This bottle was on some different type of shit. What is wrong with these guys, okay, that do this type of stuff? What is his desires? You know, how does that overtake your business acumen and your money and your business, you know, everything you got going on? Imagine how his children feel going there hearing these things about their father. They're going to hear a lot more, and it's unfortunate. You know, the sick character that this guy was. I'm glad they didn't let him out. I'm going to be honest with you. When I seen that Cassie tape, to me right there, I don't care about none of the other stuff. I mean, I know it's serious and it come all out in the wash. But all I seen was that, and I already knew what time it was with this guy. This guy doesn't like women. This guy thinks women are beneath them. This guy is a woman, right? He's different. He's one of those women that's a woman hater. That's just what it is to me. Okay, it's my personal perspective and opinion on it. You know, do I think the blacks are going to back him up? Why should they? For money? Money ain't everything, man. When you're in prison, yeah, money is great to have. Stability. Them soups taste good and they cost a lot. Coffee, you know, everyone likes it. Not just the white dudes, brother, right? Oatmeal, all that's good to have. But what ain't good to have is a weirdo on the yard, man. Because that means the brothers, if they were there to protect him, they would get pressed up on by everyone else. And I know there's going to be a few of you all. The brothers ain't fearing nothing. They ain't fearing nothing. Brothers ain't trying to get stabbed on the yard, bro. Stop it. Okay, I've been on yards with blacks, man. Dubs did a video yesterday. Are blacks scared of Mexicans? And in that video, he said, no, they're not. They still ain't trying to get stabbed, though. No one is. Okay? One thing about the politics of Mexicans and whites and every other group compared to the blacks is that they are forced into doing things and they like doing it. They have adapted that warrior mentality. Okay, with the brothers, they think differently. They think like, but I'm trying to go home, right? So there's not going to be a black dude on that yard that's going to sacrifice his time or sacrifice what he's got going on to protect P Diddy for no amount of money. Because let me explain something to you. When you people say, oh, fucking P Diddy got all this, he's not going to have that for too long. Do you understand? Without them endorsements, without all that, there's a lot of people that are going to sue this man. There's going to be a lot of civil suits, just like there was for OJ after the ultimate conviction of P Diddy. And he's going to be broke. He's going to be broke like Meek Mill spokes. Broke, right? You know, you be calling me, you be calling me. Yeah, he's going to be on Pookie status. He's going to be in there and the brother's going to be like, man, so look, guess I'm going to put this on my list. He'll be like, I ain't got no more money, bro. What the fuck you said, right? It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly before it gets pretty. I'm going to tell you that much. As far as P Diddy goes, man, will the blacks condone it? No, they don't condone those type of guys. They might take it easy on some people, right? They might read paperwork a little bit differently and give motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to be real with you. But that doesn't mean that they're going to allow someone with that type of charge to walk the yard. And for this reason and this reason only is because they're not going to sacrifice their freedom and their time and a riot that's going to happen on the yard behind this dude. No one is worth that. Now, I have seen situations in prison where blacks will back a dude's in question. I'll tell you, it's a perfect situation where it's like Corcoran prison. Black dude gets to the yard, man. He's overheard talking about he was out there doing some pimping shenanigans with, you know, A minor. They not like that, right? So he was doing some wild shit. And this was just overheard. There was no paperwork on it. This came out of his mouth. And so it was heard by a Southerner. So Southerner's walking the track, hears him talking, doesn't like what he hears, goes back to his people, lets them know, hey, bro, I didn't like what I hear. This fool busted my ear. They said, are you sure? Yes. Now, it's none of their business at that point, but they still feel some type of way. So they approach the blacks like, hey, trip out, man. This dude's talking recklessly on the yard. He's busting ears. Motherfuckers ain't trying to hear that. The blacks felt some type of way, right? Now, this is the homie, woo woo. You know, you're in our business, whatever. Southerner said, okay. All right. They went their way. Next yard, Southerners went their way. And it was on, right? Just a little quick melee. Southerner shot about 8 dudes at him. That's how it goes. Just like that. So you best believe that someone of P Diddy's nature is not going to be allowed to walk the yard. And it doesn't matter if the blacks want to protect him or not. It just will go up. It'll get lit quick. You know? So for those of you saying, oh, the blacks condone it and they allow that and they do this, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You never been on a proper prison yard, a 4 or 3 yard or a real fucking yard, bro. You might have been in a 1 yard camp fighting fires with the guy that calls himself Smokey the Bear. You've never really been anywhere to understand, man, the blacks are just as political as anyone else. Are their politics different? Yes, but it's just a little bit different. So P Diddy's got a world of hurt coming. If he is ultimately convicted, and again, he is still proved innocent to proven guilty, but I think we all know by now, man, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. If one of them should happen to fall, land in Meek Mill's jaw, 999 bottles of baby oil to go, y'all. I don't know. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and keep it real uncut, man. And that's just the way it is. The gun. Pobre P Diddy's going to be in that motherfucker like, take that. They will too.